Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests, what a wonderful opportunity we have to celebrate a remarkable individual who embodies the true spirit of citizenship and selfless service. It is with great honor and admiration that we present the 2023 VFW Distinguished Citizenship Award to Chef Robert Irvine. The VFW Distinguished Citizenship Award stands as a testament to individuals who have dedicated their lives to exceptional charitable endeavors benefiting our country and our local communities. This prestigious accolade acknowledges the outstanding contributions made by VFW members or citizens who have gone above and beyond in their commitment to philanthropy and service. Robert Irvine, a name synonymous and with culinary excellence and television celebrity fame, got his start like most of us in the U.S. military. A native of England, Robert began his culinary training at the age of 15 upon entering the UK Royal Navy. Upon completing his 10 years tour of duty, Robert would go on to do consultant work at resorts across Southeast Asia before becoming an executive chef aboard numerous cruise ships and renowned establishments such as Trump's Taj Mahal. He picked up a regular host at various shows and specials on food networks. It was the hit show restaurant Impossible, with 300 episodes and counting, that skyrocketed him to fame. While he has delighted countless palates with his culinary creations published in his many books, featured at his restaurants and stocked on grocery store shelves nationwide, his actions and unwavering support for service members, veterans, first responders, and their families are what have truly set him apart. Since becoming an American citizen in 2004, Chef Irvine has embraced the duties and privileges bestowed upon him with unparalleled dedication and fervor. His commitment to our veterans in particular has been nothing short of extraordinary. Through the Robert Irvine Foundation, which he started in 2014, Chef Irvine has actively worked to improve the lives of those who have bravely served our nation, providing financial grants, support, programs, and resources to help those military and first responders in need. A portion of the proceeds from the Robert's endeavors benefits the foundation. For his charitable work and service on numerous USO tours, Chef Irvine is the recipient of several civilian honors to include the Armed Service YMCA Angel of Honor Award, the U.S. Department of Army's Outstanding Civilian Service Award, the Department of Defense Spirit Hope Award, and the Congressional Medal of Honor Society's Bob Hope Award for excellence in entertainment. He has even been bestowed the title of Honorary Chef Petty Officer by the U.S. Navy. Today, we honor Chef Irvine for his exceptional service and unwavering commitment to these causes, which has left a mark on our society. Through his relentless pursuit of excellence, his boundless compassion, and his steadfast commitment to uplifting others, he has become a true role model for all, reminding us of the responsibilities we share as American citizens. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating the 2023 Distinguished Citizenship Awardee, Chef Robert Irvine.
Distinguished Citizenship Award in citation awarded to Chef Robert Irvine, and special recognition of his outstanding charitable endeavors and unwavering dedication serving our nation's service members, military families, and veteran community, both in the United States and wherever they are around the world. Long before becoming a U.S. citizen, Chef Irvine showed a remarkably deep commitment to honor those who have bravely defended freedom. He personally ventured on his own and as part of USO tours, visiting U.S. troops serving stateside, abroad, deployed, and underway, serving hearty meals to thousands of service members and veterans to show his appreciation and support. Through the Robert Irvine Foundation, he has touched countless lives by offering financial assistance to service members in need and life-changing mobility devices for wounded, aged, ill, and injured veterans and first responders. Chef Irvine's extraordinary benevolence and relentless pursuit of making a positive impact on the lives of those who have served sets a stalwart example as an American citizen and has justly earned the utmost respect and appreciation of the veterans of foreign wars of the United States. In witness whereof we have hereunto set our hands and the official seal of the veterans of foreign wars of the United States this 25th day of July, 2023, approved by the National Council of Administration. Signed, Timothy M. Borland, Commander-in-Chief, Dan West, Adjutant General.
So, how's everybody doing? Good. I can't hear you. All right, first of all, I want to start by saying a huge thank you to all of you. I'm truly humbled to receive this award and to join the ranks of such distinguished past recipients to be mentioned in the same breath of Bob Hope, Lyndon B. Johnson, Ronald Reagan. That's an honor on its own. The great honor for me, and the principle I've dedicated much of my life to, is to serve our veterans, particularly our veterans of foreign wars. To be a veteran is to dedicate yourself to the service of your country, the commitment both physically and mentally to prepare to fight, and if necessary, give your life. It's what American veterans do really well. I want to talk about one veteran today who's probably fits this bill the most, and you may know the name. A year ago this summer, we lost a man who I was lucky enough to know, but call my friend. His name was Woody Williams. And if you know Woody, you know he died at the ripe old age of 98 years old. He'd been the last surviving Medal of Honor recipient who fought in the Battle of Iwo Jima. You might not know, I scaled down a building opening a restaurant in Vegas with him at the bottom with a t-shirt gun. A little bit different to a flamethrower. But a few years ago, I asked him if he'd do me a favor and be interviewed by my digital magazine. And he obliged. In the article, he revealed that after his heroic actions, in which he crawled behind enemy lines to clear out pillboxes to create a path for American tanks, he didn't live a happy life afterwards. Well, not immediately anyway. When he came home, he was haunted by everything he had done, the sights, the sounds, and the smells of war that would keep him up at night and make him question his humanity. He took those doubts and fears, the trauma that today we would call PTS, though it didn't have a name and awareness back then, to his local VFW hall, where he said he could make them go away for a time if he drank enough beer. But on some level, he knew that he was headed down a dark path. He lost his brother Gerald, a veteran of the Battle of the Bulge, a few years earlier after the war had ended. Shell-shocked is how we referred to Gerald. He was kept in a mental hospital until the war ended, but then never regained the will to live and died shortly after. Woody knew if he wanted to make a difference in somebody's life himself, he needed to get help. And he was lucky enough to have a wife who didn't quit on him. She got him to go to church, and most importantly, she got him to sober up. With his new lease of life, he took on a new career. After sobering up in 1962, he became a serving veteran counselor, an especially effective and empathetic one who didn't just talk the talk, but also walk the walk. He could directly relate to award veterans' particular problems. He called being a counselor a job that he held for 33 years, one of the most rewarding jobs that anyone could possibly have. Woody may have earned the Medal of Honor for his actions during combat, but he probably won an even greater victory in the terms of number of lives saved by lending an ear to the veterans that needed it most. There's a powerful resonance of Woody's story. Because there is no shortage of veterans who need our help today, I believe it's incumbent upon each and every one of us to reach down and lend a hand. And as soon as that person finds their feet, to reach down and lend a hand to the next person who needs it. One good act can save a life. The ripple effect, if each of us keep paying it forward, can change the world. I started this quest many years ago. You've heard all the stories. If all my fame went away tomorrow and I could take care of veterans for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that would be enough in itself. Our servicemen and women know the incredible cost before joining up. Even though they do so without any promise of fame or riches or acknowledgement or thanks. It's still fair and perfectly accurate to say that we have asked too much of our veterans. For almost the entirety of the 21st century, we have been a nation at war. And yet, the standard of living here at home has been high. Within our borders, we have enjoyed relative peace and comfort. That is due to entirely the fact of the burdens of war. The burdens I would define are so huge, they're unquantifiable. And those burdens have been shouldered by our veterans and their families. I don't comment on matters of foreign policy, nor do I think it's my place to. But having designated myself as a servant of our veterans and active duty personnel, I need to stay completely focused on my mission, which is to spend all my energy on easing their burdens in any way I can, whether providing life-changing mobility device, training service dogs for assist and comfort, reuniting veterans with the units they served with in combat, providing meals to serving members, military families, and veterans across the globe, or granting financial assistance to those in need. I've accepted that there is no end to this mission, just like all of you sitting here. With Woody as an example, the grim fact has only energized me every morning to get up and fight for veterans every day. Further, it's my intention that the Robert Irvine Foundation will continue this mission long after I'm gone. I'm getting old now, I'm 57. Well, at least we got to wake them up, right? So since its inception in 2015, we raised more and more money to be able to put more and more programs to take care of more and more veterans. Our foundation has increased its revenue to put new programs on every year, whether it be housing, whether it be dogs, whatever the changing evolution of that is. The ever-changing needs of our veterans has to be adapted to. And it's kind of interesting because you just heard the VA Secretary talk about change. We're changing every day. If I ever have a hope of myself doing this work, it was merely at the end of the day, people would say, hey, Robert Irvine made a difference. On my epitaph or my tombstone, I want somebody to say, you made a difference. Today, this award for the VFW, whose folks, you folks, who I care about very deeply, means the most. I've emphatically told me that, yes, I am making a difference, and will continue to make that difference. So allow me to do my closing remarks and just saying, this acknowledgement has made all the difference to me and means the world to me. Because every day when I wake up, until there is no breath in my lungs, I will continue to serve. 345 days a year I travel the globe, 150 just with servicemen and women in the worst places possible. I thank you for all of your service. I thank you for this honor, and I wish you Godspeed. Thank you very much.